Did you know that Nissan's most important car is not a supercar, but rather the humble S13 Silvia? If you think that Nissan's greatest icons are the supercars that dominate the tracks, it's time to reconsider. The Nissan S13 Silvia, a car that at first glance might seem just like any other, carries an importance that transcends its appearance. Behind its sleek design and lightweight structure lies a story that shaped automotive culture in ways that few can imagine. In this video, we will explore how a car often underestimated became the centerpiece of a revolution, winning hearts, creating legends, and leaving a legacy that still resonates strongly among gearheads around the world. And believe me, by the end of this video, you will understand why the S13 Silvia is, without a doubt, the most important car Nissan has ever produced. Introduction to the Nissan S13 Silvia. Picture this: late 1980s, a compact and agile car emerges on the streets of Japan, quickly winning the hearts of gearheads. This car is the Nissan S13 Silvia, a true icon of automotive culture, especially for those who thrive in the world of drifting. For many, the S13 was not just a vehicle, it was a statement of style and a ticket into a subculture that would become world famous. The gearheads of that era saw in it more than just a means of transportation. It was an extension of their personalities, something they could modify, personalize, and above all, master in the curves. The Nissan S13 Silvia achieved something rare. It captured the essence of an era and turned it into a cultural phenomenon. While other cars came and went, the S13 solidified itself as a favorite among gearheads, especially those who sought adrenaline and total control over their machines. The simplicity of its design, combined with its ability to be easily modified, made the S13 a favorite on the tracks and streets. And those who were in that automotive universe at the time know the impact the S13 had. It didn't just participate in the drifting revolution. It was one of the sparks that ignited it. The S13 Silvia was not just a car, it was a symbol, a fundamental piece in the evolution of global automotive culture. And why does this matter to gearheads today? Because understanding the impact of the S13 is recognizing how certain machines transcend their time, influencing generations and shaping passions. It's a perfect example of how a vehicle can stop being just a tool and become an integral part of the identity of a community, especially one that lives and breathes cars. And if the S13 has already captivated you, wait until you learn how it almost eclipsed even Nissan's giants. Historical significance. The Nissan S13 Silvia is not just another car in Nissan's long production line. It is without a doubt one of the most iconic vehicles the automaker has ever launched. While the GTR has always received the glory, the S13 quietly carved out its own space, earning the admiration and respect of many gearheads around the world. The reason? Its affordability and the way it resonated with a specific part of the population, young people, and curiously, many women. During the years 1988 to 1998, the S13 was not just a car, it was a smart, practical choice with a touch of daring. What makes the S13 so significant in Nissan's history is precisely this unique combination of factors that made it popular. For gearheads, it was not just a powerful and affordable car. It offered an experience that went beyond the obvious, being ideal for both a leisurely drive and the tight turns of drift tracks. This duality was the key to its success, and that's why even in an era dominated by more expensive and powerful models, the S13 shone on its own, especially among those who sought a deeper connection with their vehicles. When you look at the history of cars that have shaped cultures, it's hard to ignore the impact of the S13 Silvia. It represented more than just a means of transportation. It was a declaration of independence and style, especially for women who at that time began to stand out as demanding consumers in the automotive market. The S13 offered an irresistible combination of price, style, and performance, making it a favorite not only in Japan but also around the world. And while the GTR followed the path of prestige, the S13 quietly built its own legend, creating deep roots in automotive culture. Cost and popularity. The Nissan S13 Silvia stood out at a time when the market was eager for affordable sports cars, and the price between $13,000 and $18,000 made it an incredibly attractive option. This price put the S13 within reach of many young gearheads who dreamed of owning a car that was both a performance machine and a status symbol. With a relatively low initial cost, the S13 allowed many of these enthusiasts to finally realize their dream of owning a car that could be both modified and taken to the tracks. For many, the S13 was the first true experience of freedom on four wheels. The popularity of the S13 grew rapidly, especially among the youth who saw in the car a unique opportunity to enter the world of drifting without having to spend a fortune. But what really fueled its popularity was the combination of affordable pricing and a design that allowed for countless modifications, something that gearheads love. This car offered the best of both worlds. It was affordable but did not compromise on performance, making it an irresistible option for those who wanted to maximize the value of their money. And this success was not limited to young gearheads. The S13 also captured a large share of the female market, especially in Japan, where its attractive design and affordable price made it a favorite among women. For many, the S13 was the perfect car to express individuality without sacrificing practicality or performance. And the most impressive thing is that even with its growing popularity, the S13 managed to maintain its appeal as an affordable car, something that few sports cars managed to do at the same time. And when it comes to purchase options, gearheads know that few things are as important as the value of every dollar invested. Trim levels. When it comes to customization and choice, the Nissan S13 Silvia did not disappoint. Nissan wisely introduced different trim levels, each identified by playing card symbols like Jack, Queen, and King, offering gearheads a variety of options to choose from. Each level offered a unique combination of features, from power windows to air conditioning, and of course, the highly coveted turbo option. For enthusiasts, this variety of options was a true invitation to customize the car according to their needs and desires, making each S13 a little different from the others. The interesting thing about these trim levels is how they allowed the S13 to become accessible to a wider audience without losing its appeal among more demanding gearheads. For example, those looking for a basic model with modification potential could opt for the Jack level, while those who wanted something more robust and track-ready chose the King level with the optional turbo. This flexibility of choice allowed the S13 to become a true chameleon, adapting both to urban streets and racetracks, always maintaining its charm and performance. And it is precisely this adaptability that made the S13 a favorite among car enthusiasts, especially those who like to get their hands dirty. With so many options available, the S13 offered an ideal starting point for gearheads who wanted to create something truly unique. Whether adding a turbo kit or simply enjoying the comfort features of the Queen model, the S13 allowed each owner to express their individuality clearly and powerfully. And with that, the S13 continued to solidify its reputation as a car that offered more than expected, always with a surprise up its sleeve to delight its admirers. Market target. Nissan's marketing strategy for the S13 Silvia was, to say the least, innovative and somewhat daring for the time. The company decided to focus on a target audience that had not been widely explored until then: women. And it was a shrewd move, as about 75% of S13 sales were to well-educated women, a fact that at the time surprised many gearheads. Nissan managed to see the potential in an emerging market, showing that the S13 was not just a sports car, but also a practical and aesthetically pleasing vehicle capable of meeting the needs of this demanding audience. The success of this strategy is largely due to the S13's design, which managed to be both sporty and elegant without compromising functionality. For many women of the time, the S13 was the perfect combination of style and practicality, a car that could be used both daily and for leisure. And this multifaceted appeal made the S13 stand out not only among young enthusiasts but also among female consumers who were looking for something more than just a means of transportation. The S13 offered freedom of choice and the possibility to stand out in a market saturated with conventional options. This approach by Nissan also revealed something important about the power of targeted marketing and market segmentation. By focusing on a specific audience, Nissan not only expanded its reach but also created a loyal fan base among women who saw in the S13 a reflection of their own aspirations and independence. And this emotional connection, something that many gearheads also value, helped solidify the S13's position as one of the most beloved and respected cars of its time. And if you think that was an impressive feat, wait until you discover how the S13 became an icon in the used car market. Resale value. The Nissan S13 Silvia not only won hearts during its production but also established itself as a true icon in the used car market. There was a time when for just $1,500 you could take home a well-maintained S13, ready to be turned into a drift machine. This affordable price, combined with the car's robustness and modification potential, made it a favorite choice among gearheads who wanted a car with great potential without having to spend a fortune. This accessibility helped cement the S13's reputation as a versatile and valuable car for enthusiasts of all ages. Over the years, the resale value of the S13 Silvia began to rise, especially as more and more enthusiasts began to realize its importance in automotive culture. What was once seen as a common car began to be considered a collector's item, and gearheads who managed to get their hands on a well-preserved model soon realized they had made an excellent investment. The used car market saw an increase in demand for S13s, and what was once an affordable car began to be sold for much higher prices, reflecting its new status as a classic in the sports car world. Today, the S13 Silvia is seen as a treasure among collectors and enthusiasts, with well-preserved models fetching prices that reflect its historical and cultural significance. The combination of its legacy in the drifting world and its initial affordability made the S13 a car that many gearheads still desire, not only for the pleasure of driving but also as an investment that only tends to appreciate over time. And if you think the resale value is impressive, wait until you learn about the technical details that made the S13 a legend on the tracks. Technical features. What really put the Nissan S13 Silvia on the wish list of so many gearheads were its technical features. At the heart of the S13 is a suspension setup that is still revered among enthusiasts, a front McPherson strut and a rear multi-link suspension. This setup provided the perfect balance between stability and control, something essential for both daily driving and the challenges of drift tracks. It wasn't just the engine power that made the S13 an icon, but the way it delivered that power, allowing the driver to feel every curve, every acceleration with almost surgical precision. For many gearheads, the S13 was the gateway to a world of technical modifications. With a relatively simple, but extremely efficient structure, the S13 allowed for adjustments and upgrades that further expanded its potential on the tracks. From suspension improvements to adding more powerful turbos, the S13 was a playground for those who loved tinkering under the hood. And it wasn't just about raw power. The S13 offered a driving experience that few cars in its price range could match. This made it not only a desired car but also an ideal platform for personalized automotive projects. And it is this combination of technical features that made the S13 such a special car. It was not just an affordable sports car. It was a machine made to be enhanced, a blank canvas for gearheads to paint their ideas and innovations on. With each modification, the S13 revealed a little more of its potential, transforming from a competent car into a true track monster. But make no mistake, the S13 also offered a pleasurable driving experience for those who simply wanted to enjoy the road. And if you think the S13's engineering was revolutionary, wait until you discover how it delivers a unique driving experience. Now that you know the complete history of the S13 Silvia, the question is, what will you do with this knowledge? If the S13 teaches us anything, it's that true value often lies beyond what the eyes can see. How about applying this lesson to your life? Look for opportunities that may seem common but could hide something extraordinary, just like the S13 did. And of course, if you're also passionate about cars and want to keep exploring these hidden gems of the automotive world, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. There's much more to discover, and you won't want to miss any of these stories that can change the way you see the world on four wheels.